wrote out an intro, because I know at some point I'll probably start tripping up when it becomes improvised. I was going to be on this page as well. My Call of Cthulhu page. Oh, but they're going to see me reading. I just realized because it's on the screen. They're going to see me reading a script. Oh, well. All right. Welcome, everyone, to our first ever playthrough of Call of Cthulhu with myself, Jazz Chicken, playing the role of the Keeper, also known as the Dungeon Master. And the person who's brave enough to investigate the mysterious anomalies and unexplainable horrors that lurk beneath the dark recesses of our minds is a viewer of the channel. Is a viewer of the channel, fellow content creator and streamer, Mr. KrazyKamron himself.
Hello, I'm glad to be here.
In the off chance that you should hear other voices or giggling in the background, don't worry, you're not going crazy. We may have two other people joining us live as they wish to listen in. They are the Abster and Angel's Curse. Although
They're just the voices in my head.
The Abster is a little bit sleepy, so she won't be joining us for this episode, but in future episodes, quite possibly. Now, for those of you who don't know the game Call of Cthulhu, it is a horror investigative roleplay game, similar in a way to Dungeons & Dragons, only with much less fighting prowess and everything takes place in the real world. Magic is non-existent. Well, not as we know it anyway. In fact, any miraculous abilities are very rare unless specifically studied into the occult. And with great power comes great consequence, especially when you are as fragile as your everyday human. Players will find themselves in difficult situations that will require them to investigate, interrogate, and ultimately solve dark and sinister mysteries before it's too late. Along the way, you will encounter deception, illusion, and otherwise maddening visions that your mind cannot possibly comprehend, driving you to insanity. Because lurking deep in the darkness are Lovecraftian eldritch horrors, and the music just... Oh, no, there it goes again. I thought it just stopped. Are Lovecraftian eldritch horrors, waiting for that perfect opportune moment to reach out and tear through the fabric of our minds and be let loose upon our world. Cameron, please give our viewers a little insight into who you will be playing as. You can reveal as much as you like, or you can keep some things secret for now to be revealed later in future episodes.
So my name is Baxter Bleecker. I live in the town of Hungerford, and I was born in London. My pronouns are he, him, and I am 31 years old. As you can tell by my devilish looks, I have auburn red hair, a serious-looking face, and all my life you can consider me a bit unlucky. I don't remember too much of my past, but something gave me a knock in the head, and I know something is definitely hiding in this town. And I'm going to be the one to kind of show the world that maybe the abnormal maybe isn't as abnormal as you think.
Bum, bum, bum. Alright, as it's just us two playing, Cameron will be accompanied by an NPC who will assist where they can to help relieve the stress of controlling more than one character. I will roleplay and react as the NPC would normally react, and I will keep an eye on his character sheet, but I will leave it up to you to decide what the NPC ultimately does, Cameron. If you wish simply for the NPC to do whatever they like, then I will do what I feel the character would do in that moment. If, however, you would like them to do something else, you will have the freedom to choose the decisions he makes, or she makes, and the directions they wish to take. So for example, if you are not good at picking locks, but the companion is, you can tell me you would like them to try and pick the lock, and I will do so. Same goes for splitting up and looking for clues to search a wider area. I will explain what the NPC sees and where they go, but to keep things interesting, you will need to ensure you meet up again if you wish to see any objects and clues that they have found. As naturally, your character does not have a psychic link to your companion's brain. And if the companion should die along the way, you will have to find their body to obtain the secrets they found. I will, of course, let you know if and when they find anything of interest, so you don't end up wasting your time, looking for the corpse only to find they don't have anything. You will also have free reign to say which rooms you would like the companion to enter, etc. Their character sheets will also be available for you to see. This will ensure that you will always get to play along, and there are no moments where you will be just sitting around waiting because I'm basically role-playing with myself.
Okay.
The chances of death in Call of Cthulhu games is very high, but don't see this as a bad thing, as it's all part of the horror story. Now, before we begin, is there anything you would like to ask or go over, Kamron?
I believe I'm good.
Alrighty then. We begin our tale during the Roaring Twenties. The date is 20th of March 1922, on a cold and cloudy Monday morning, in the beautiful market town of Hungerford in Berkshire. Dividing the town into two halves runs a series of rivers, one being the River Dun, and the other the River Kennet. Surrounding the town is a beautiful countryside of lush green fields that connect to the dense forests of the North Wessex Downs. The Downs are a hotspot for runners, cyclists, and dog walkers alike, not to mention an abundance of wildlife. Baxter, you have lived here all of your life and are pretty familiar with the sights and history the town has to offer. From the Civil War, what took place back in June 1644, when the Earl of Essex and his army spent the night in Hungerford before marching off to battle, to the town's symbol. Give me a moment while I get that up for you. The town symbol, there it is. Bink.
Nice.
To the town symbol of the Estoile and Crescent Moon. An Estoile is a star with wavy points. I had to look that up because I was like, what the heck is an Estoile? The symbol is also known as the Hungerford Arms. The origin of the town symbol is unclear. Some believe it may have been used by the House of Lancaster. Others believe it was created when Robert de Hungerford's daughter, many, many years ago, married Robert de Ayleston's son. Whatever its true origin was, I'm sure within Hungerford's walls resides many years' worth of dark secrets, malicious intent, and sinister deals. You start your day at the Hungerford Leisure Centre, the town's personal hub for sports, activities, and personal health care. Whether that be physical training in the gym, spa treatments and saunas, or psychological health, providing therapy sessions, hypnosis treatments, and rehabilitation meetings for those suffering from addictions. Your membership at the Leisure Centre was not long upgraded to Stage 2, giving you full access to both physical and mental health activities. Standing
nice.
in the Leisure Centre, you are in the reception area. This is now no longer scripted. You're in the Leisure Centre, and the opening is, it's got a nice wide space. You're seeing multiple customers. Some are looking at the cabinets around where you see like either hockey sticks. There's like snooker cues that you can purchase. There's like the odd balls and uniforms that you can buy, and of course the reception desk. And there's a very smiley guy at the reception desk wearing a green shirt.
Alright. Gonna have a look around, like, probably standing against a wall, as you do, but I'll go up to the man in a green shirt and be like, hello, just upgraded to level 2, so tell me what I've got. Tell me what new things I've got access to.
Why, of course, Baxter. It's good to see you here. And it's such good news that you've taken part in our membership plan and got into the second phase now. That's why opened up a much wider area. So you had previously like all the sports available to you, like the rugby, the football clubs that you could go to, any snooker, swimming as well. But now you're able to enter the spas. You can have a massage triage. You can book in treatments for mental health should you need to talk to anyone. We have our AA meetings as well. If you're suffering from any ailments or addictions, people tend to go there towards the evenings. But if you'd like to book any of this, then just please let either myself or one of my colleagues know, and we can find a slot for you and see if there's anything available. Is there anything you would like to try today?
Well, I had that old knock on the head that's left a couple blanks in there, if you know what I mean. So if I could maybe get something booked in about talking to someone to figure out the in and outs of my curious little brain.
Not at all, not at all. That's no problem. Let me have a look here. And he kind of goes under the desk, pulls out this ledger, this book for the psychiatrists on site, and flicks through it. Like, let me see here. Is there anything? Is there any particular time that you're looking for today?
And I will pull out this little notebook and flip through it and be like, I've got nothing on the plans today, so any time will do.
And today it's currently 9:30 in the morning. All right, let me see. Well, I could book you in for, let's see, I've got a Mr. Right available at 10:30, an hour's time.
You know what? That sounds right to me.
All right.
Sorry. Just woke up. Haven't had my coffee yet.
Of course, no, that's fine. Let me just make a note of that, Mr. Right.
You said 10 o'clock?
At 10:30.
10:30. All right.
So all you do is come to the reception desk when it's your time. We'll lead you over there. As obviously you're new, you still need to know the whereabouts of all these new venues.
Of course.
Okay, that's all nice and booked in for you. I'll let Mr. Wright know. Is there anything else I can help you with, sir?
I think that's all right, old chap. Did you give me your name? Sorry, I'm so terrible.
That's okay. I'm Steve.
Nice to... I've bumped into you so many times, and I've always forgotten to ask your name. How terribly rude of me. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. It's on me. It's on me. I mean, I never bothered really to wear my name badge, so it's my fault. I've been slapped on the wrist a few times for that, so it should have been down to me to let you know my name.
It's okay. What's a little bit of breaking the rules every now and then?
Exactly. Well, if there's nothing else I can help you with, I'll enjoy your stay. Please, by all means, have a look around. If there's any queries, just flag me down or one of my colleagues.
Of course. Thank you very much, Steve.
I'll make a note that his name is Steve. Otherwise, he'll never exist again.
And I will probably, just not hastily walk out the front door, do a little slow walk just to take in the sights as I get outside to have a smoke.
Okay. As you... one moment. As you head towards the door and you get your cigarette out and you begin lighting it up, the area you begin to notice that the leisure center is not as bright as it once was anymore. It's actually pretty dark. And you look in front of you and you look up and you see that the doors of the leisure center are boarded up. The window, you can't see out the windows, you can't see out the doors. And yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I will turn around and be like, nice joke, Steve. Steve?
And exactly like that, Steve is not there, and in fact, no one is there. You turn around, the lights you see down the hall are maybe flickering. The light where you are is shattered. There's broken glass on the floor. Ahead of you, you see the wide the long, like, these windows would be like from ground to ceiling, going all down the wall, so you could see out to the fields ahead of you. So if looking on the map, it would be like looking out towards Priory Road, and looking out. And you're also, the leisure center's like up on a hill, so you can kind of see out to the horizon, like and buildings and such. But you're more focused that these windows are shattered and broken, as if this building is dilapidated. As you begin to step forward, you're seeing some of the tiles are broken. To your right, down the hall, it's partially collapsed.
I would say Baxter starts like breathing slowly and just kind of saying to himself like, it's not real, it's not real, the doctor said it wasn't real, just focus on yourself. Just think about good things, Baxter.
And I will get you, is there like a perception type thing? I mean, I think it's straightforward that you'll see it. On the window ahead of you, this newspaper blowing in the wind will slap and pierce itself against the glass and will be flapping away.
I will walk up and very carefully take the newspaper, but making sure to take in my surroundings.
As you take the newspaper and bring it to yourself, you'll see that the newspaper is filled with a lot of bad news. Looking around, you're seeing missing persons, you're seeing a lot more of just very obscure pictures as well of what sightings people have seen. But the main thing that you clock is that the date says that it is 7 days from now. And that's when you suddenly feel this tremor run through the building. And you hear, off in the distance, an explosion. It's this heavy force.
Jesus Christ.
You move the paper down, and you are just paralyzed as to what you are seeing. As taking up the horizon is this gigantic creature of some kind. Its legs thick and hooved. Its movements seem slow, but they slam with such a force that you see the town being torn up. The forest out in the south, the North Wessex Downs, seems to be writhing and moving. And you begin to hear, as you focus in more people's screams, fire, you're able to smell it. There's like these large black tree-like things moving with writhing tentacles. What do you do?
Realistically, Baxter would probably fall onto his like butt and do the like scurry backwards and be like, no, this can't happen,
And as you do,
yeah, I'm gonna just start running.
And the moment you run into another direction, instantly, just like how it first appeared, you're back where you were. Nothing is destroyed, everything's bright, and the sales assistant is beside you and asking if you're okay.
Did you just see what I saw?
I don't know if that was you going up to the window and having some kind of panic attack. I hope you're okay. With that, I'm gonna need you to do a sanity check, please.
Okay. Regular?
Yeah.
Okay.
A 62.
62.
Okay, so with that failure, you're going to suffer just the... Such a sight. I would say 2 sanity loss.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I think that marked it as being 3 sanity loss on your daily there. I'll bump it up by 1. That should hopefully... Nope. Okay. Let me reset. So you're at 35, yeah?
Yeah.
3. There you go.
Okay. When he is like, oh, you're just sitting there having a panic attack, I will just kind of slow look up at him and just be like, okay. And I will just continue to walk outside and take a big breath of fresh air.
And you do. You go outside, the doors slide open, kind of nervously step out, I guess, after seeing such a sight. But, yep, you're able to leave the building and...
I will take note of where, like, in my notepad, I'll, like, draw an image of, like, where this shadow figure was coming from to be like, and I'll write beneath it, don't forget this time. Right, I guess, don't even know who to talk to about this, but do I know William at this point, or do I not know who William
not
is?
yet. You haven't met yet.
Okay. So I will probably, with that information, be like...
One thing I would say you would know with living here, you would know that some of the newspapers, they've been updating this missing persons list for some time. And the missing persons list is getting bigger and bigger as each week goes on. So that's one thing that you would know significant that happens in this town.
Well, I would say, do I have a car, or it's like 1920, so cars are pretty rare, right?
Let's have a look.
I don't think I have a car.
We didn't go through your assets, so you could, one of your main asset could be a car. I'm happy to give you a car if you'd like a car.
I'm just thinking, with the missing persons and what I just saw, I would probably take a car out to that section of the woods to go see if anything is out there, to see if I can, like, link the two.
Yeah, okay. So we'll say your car that was parked nicely in the car park of the leisure centre, you take it down. And as you're driving down, you're going to hear... Oh, no. Hang on. Maybe in your car. I will say it's in your car. You have a newspaper in your car.
Basically, every time I have to stop at a traffic light, I'm, like, looking at this. Right. Just for safety, I'm gonna screen cap this.
Feel free to read it aloud.
Yeah, I will. This is putting it in my notes for now.
Yeah.
Hungerford slasher strikes again. Bodies found in northwest 6 Downs. 5 bodies were discovered yesterday afternoon at approximately 15:25 p.m. by a young couple. Miss Jenny Taylor, Miss East Infection. And I'll write those names down in the notepad.
I had to get a joke name in there somewhere.
I mean, hell yeah. Local authorities on the scene confirmed 4 of which are deceased, leaving 1 wounded. Each victim was found with the multiple lacerations and deformed skin. This brings the body count to 7 dead and 1 wounded. I should talk to the wounded person too. It would appear The upcoming festival this weekend will either be cancelled or relocated as police have begun blocking off multiple entrances to North Wessex Downs, denying access to anyone till the culprit has been found as in custody. Survivor, Mr. Wilfred Lynch, is currently in Hungerford Community Hospital until Friday, 24th of March, where he will be transported to St. Thomas Hospital in London for expert care. I'll get through this and then I'll write notes. Dr. Abraham Price from the Hungerford surgery states the cause of death for each victim is severe blood loss due to the multiple lacerations. Each victim has also been infected with an unknown disease causing various mutations. Dr. Price states, "We were lucky to see Mr. Lynch when we did before he could bleed out. However, the growths or lesions on his skin are like nothing we've ever seen." He then advised the growths appeared to be some type of infection which caused bark-like growths to form on the skin. Similar to the bark found on a tree, these growths, when removed, leave the host's muscle tissue exposed, creating a large risk of infection. Further studies are required to find a cure or more effective way of removing the deformed tissue, which is why we'll be transporting Mr. Lynch to St. Thomas Hospital on Friday. These studies could prove invaluable to us in discovering new antibiotics and possible cures. And as I'm driving, I think I would not slam on the brakes, but just be right, I'm diverting. Hungerford Community Hospital. Need to talk to this Wilfred Lynch.
Alrighty. Let me grab your token. Why can't I grab your token? Ownership.
So I'll be whoop.
That's weird. Oh. Won't let me grab it, even though I've marked myself as the owner as well, but never mind.
It's alright. I'm doing the path, as you can see.
Okay. So you arrive at the Hungerford surgery, and you're able to park the car easily enough. There's like a little parking meter that you have to put on. You slap the little piece of paper on your car window, and you head into the surgery, which is quite busy, but the receptionist there's like two of them by the desk. Multiple people going in and out. Some are wanting to visit members, others are probably there with like a niggly arm, or they've got a bit of blood going down their arm where they might have hurt themselves.
I will walk to the receptionist, and I will be hello there. Looking into some things before a Mr. Wilfred Lynch is being transferred to London. I would just like to ask him a few questions about what happened, make sure, stories are straight and things are correct, so then I can try and find this person.
Oh, Mr. Wilfred Lynch, you say? Oh,
yes.
Are you family? Are you relative at all? Or?
I'm looking into the Hungerford slasher. I'm trying to catch him, essentially.
Oh, I see. So you're a member of the police. Can I see your ID?
Well, more of a bounty hunter, let's say.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion is... Because I'm
Oh, there it is. Under operate heavy, it's in by language, and you go all the way down. Persuade. Above pilot.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, that's a no.
75. Oh, a bounty hunter, you say? Sorry, I mean, he's not really available to talk to at the moment. He's still in pretty rough shape after he's not...
bounty hunter's an ugly word, essentially. I just don't want the slasher striking, and with him leaving to go to London, I'd would wish just to have a few words with him, just so I
Right.
can maybe get a description.
Right. No, I can understand that, but at the moment we haven't even let police officers interview him yet. So
Oh, of course.
I would say, I mean, your best bet is probably to speak with the police, but I mean, they might be able to update you when they do speak with him. But at the moment, there's no viewing times available for Mr. Wilfred.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I will go talk to the police first then.
No worries.
And I'm gonna feign walking out, but try and look for a chance to just slip behind maybe someone else walking down the hall, or maybe a moving trolley to get to Wilfred Lynch.
Try a stealth roll. And I will contest
sleight of
against it
hand.
as well. See how observant this person is.
Oof, I'm rolling
84.
real high today.
Oh. You're getting them out the way.
It's like this would be great if I was playing D&D, but
With a 12, she hasn't even stopped looking at you. You're like, no, the exit's that way, sir.
oh, sorry.
No worries. And she's now keeping an eye on you.
I think I would then leave and maybe look for a back entrance, maybe staff entrance.